Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
Kyle McIntyre.
All right.
The boys are back
and
in
we're
town.
back.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Like, man, that really gets
Yeah,
away
you
from
really suck, dude. You really sucked it up, man.
You fucked us.
You yum yucker. You just yucked it all up the. You yucked up all the yum.
But yeah, no, we're
I don't
back.
know. I'm just using that.
So feels good. We did some Patreon episodes to catch up. We still got a couple more to do. But I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't talked to you in like a month.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We've been texting back and forth.
yeah, a little bit here and there.
You know.
So we're not like strangers, but it's also like, oh,
Yeah.
you get,
Don't talk to me until
Yeah.
the podcast.
yeah, with this, it's like you get a little bit more, I don't know, info than just a text. I'm just like, yes, no. I text Kyle a bunch, yes, no.
Well, we had holidays.
Yeah.
Well, one holiday, I guess.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
I had family in town.
Mhm.
I thought I was going to spend a lot more time with them.
Yeah.
Which I was like, oh, I can't because my mom's in town, and then, my brother's in town. I thought my brother's going to stay longer. Fucking dickhead dipped out.
So you allotted all this time, and you're like, oh, they fucking just dipped.
Well, and it also was like I had already spent a bunch of time with them. Like, I'm done. I don't want to spend any more time with them than I have to.
I'm fucking over this.
Because it was like my mom came in on like, okay, so Thanksgiving's always on Thursday, right? So she had come in on like Tuesday night, and I had seen her Tuesday night and hung out for a while, talked, blah blah. And then I came back the next day and visited and talked, and which was actually the most fun part was just talking to people.
Yeah.
And exchanging ideas, talking to my grandpa and talking to my uncle. And then we waited up for my other uncle to come in. I guess this is becoming a what's new.
Wait, did you host Thanksgiving, or
What was that?
did you host Thanksgiving at your house?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is I went to my aunt and uncle's house, which is like 45 to an hour, depending on how fast you're driving, 45 to 50 minutes away. And so I went back, Wednesday night, like I said, I was there and I waited. Oh, my uncle said he was going to be here in, at whatever time. Well, that got pushed back like an hour, 2 hours. So he actually came in at like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, I got, now it's Thanksgiving Day morning, I guess.
Yeah.
And, I got home at 4:30 or something, 4:00.
Yeah.
Fell asleep, and then I'm like, man, now we got to drive back there for dinner or for like, they want to do, lunch or whatever. They want to do it like at 2:00 or 3:00.
Yeah.
And, it just took a lot out of me. So I was there a lot, like those nights. But then when it came to like Friday and like Saturday night, I thought I was going to be there. I was like, no, not gonna. You can't, no, it's all right.
Nah, we're
I've already, well, and like, okay, I mean, it's not, okay. So I'm trying to be gentle with this. They get together, everyone gets together and they play music, right?
Uh-huh.
It is some of the most boring music, right?
Okay.
And it's like it's beginner stuff, right? It's a whole lot of chords, G, D, E, it's like simple chords. But man, I was so tired from the night before being up till 4:00.
Yeah.
And then coming back, and I was just like, this isn't fun to me.
Yeah.
And then like, I started
lashing out,
slouching.
Yeah.
And it started hurting my back, and I'm like, okay, this is not fun. I brought a guitar, like an electric guitar and an amp. I'm like, I'll just play, chords and pick a little bit. And I was like, man, this is not fun anymore. This is So, everyone else had fun, and that was great. I much rather would have had fun having conversations and talking to people. And so,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
But then you got people that are like, oh, there's Kyle, the musician. Oh wow, he's the professional musician. I'm like, who's telling you this?
I don't have
like
a fucking band anymore.
No, I got I got family members spreading. I'm like spreading that kind of stuff around. I'm like, all right, so now I gotta play. All right, I guess I got expected to play.
Heard you put out a record this year.
How's that money? Doing synth.
Yeah.
Good thing I brought a mini Korg with me. I'll plug it in for you.
Yeah, the money man.
Micro Korg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was not. I mean, the food. Whatever. I won't talk about the food either.
What is the food not good either?
Okay. No. It's fine. This should probably be on the Patreon talking shit. No.
Yeah.
So we brought. They told us we didn't have to bring anything, but we brought like food. We brought like stuffing, like in a big casserole pan. We brought corn casserole. We brought like actual food.
Yeah.
If we didn't bring that, there wouldn't have been enough for everyone there.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 20 people there.
Oh,
and they didn't make enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, we barely brought enough for everyone.
Yeah, I think we've done Thanksgiving as like a bigger unit before, like once. And then it was like, okay, I didn't like this. Or no, it wasn't me. It was like my parents.
Don't like the family dynamic.
Yeah, so it was like my uncle and his like girlfriend, my aunt and her kids, and then my grandmother, and then our family. And then we all
you got people bringing people willy-nilly.
Yeah, and then we also had like, my aunt made stuffing. She's like, oh, I'm making stuffing. And it was like, she's like a vegetarian, so it was meatless. And then it was like apples in it. And we're like, what the fuck? My dad's like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, no, Carrie makes really good stuffing. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
And then even just like
So
my
good.
mom, she's like, oh, we just like what we like. And it's just our, And then so we're like, we opt out to not like ever do Thanksgiving with them again. Not that we don't want to like hang out with the family, but it's like, no, we're doing
No, I get you.
I think we've done it too.
It's a lot of work too.
Well, I think we've done it to where I think it was hosted at my grandmother's. So it wasn't like we weren't hosting it. But I think we just brought.
But you also have to dress up, not dress up, but you gotta get the family over there.
Yeah.
And
then, so it's like, we've never done that again. I think we've done it once to where it's like, oh, we're gonna have like a Thanksgiving together, and then my mom's like, well, we want to do one of ours, so we do like ours on like Saturday. So we still
that's fine.
Our Thanksgiving. So like, well, I still want leftovers, and it's like, this is what we always do. But
that was the other thing is I was on the hunt for at Costco they do this thing where they have like a kit of like the Thanksgiving kit that they make in the deli section.
Yeah.
And so it literally has everything in smaller portions.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to make a freaking tub. It's just Carrie and I,
Yeah.
When the cats aren't going to eat it. Yeah. So it's like, they make them in smaller portions. So you just heat it up in the not the microwave, but the
oven.
The oven. They were out of them when I went there. So
bitch. Screw it again.
Yes. Yeah.
But
because I went obviously the day before Thanksgiving
mm-hmm.
to Costco.
Yeah.
And that was a nightmare.
Yeah. Well, like mine was just with my parents and then my sister, her boyfriend, so small, and it was like, it was good. And people say like, oh, how was your Thanksgiving? I'm like, oh, the food was good, but I've never had it to where the food sucked. So it's like, I don't know why you say that. It's like, no, food was good. It's never sucked. So it's like, I don't know.
That's what you risk also when you go over to someone else's house is like, what the fuck is this? Is this bowl gonna start crawling away? What the hell is in that?
Well, then I invited Train over, but he was like, oh, I'm going to my dad and was it his stepmom? They're having over at their place. He's like, I'd rather go to yours though, but you kind of have to. It's like I can't be like, hey dad, thanks for the invite. I'm gonna go to Brian's house with his.
Yeah, I mean you could
instead of going to.
Don't they live up in Orange County?
Yeah, instead of going with his family.
Been like, you know what? Sorry, Dad, car's not working. Brian's gonna pick me up.
Yeah. These damn hybrids.
Oh yeah, he's got a hybrid. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they can break down. Who knows?
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was good. When people say, "How's your Thanksgiving?" I'm like, "Oh, food was good." I don't know what the fuck to say. It's like, oh yeah,
it was horrible. It was horrible.
It was like the other day. It's like, oh, I had like I didn't bring food for my lunch at work. And I'm like, okay. And it was early. It was like at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I go into the mall. I'm like, almost nothing's open. I'm like, oh, you know what I haven't ever had? Let me try this. Sabaros.
Oof.
Sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, you still ate it. And I look at the bill. I'm like, oh, two slices. And I'm like, oh, and I get a fountain drink. The fountain drink sucked.
It's like $12 for all that, probably, right?
I was like, fucking try 15. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
For 2 shit slices?
Yeah. And it was like, I was eating it. I'm like, I get, the joke that everybody says, oh, even a bad pizza is good pizza. I'm like, yeah, no, this is still, I still ate it. I'm not going to throw it away. But I'm like, this sucks. And then it's like, what did you expect from mall food court pizza? I'm like, well, that's the only thing was open. Was this.
Hey, it's apparently from New York City, so it's authentic.
It's like New York flat or thin slices. I'm like, yeah, these suck. I'm good. I'll never have this again. But I tried it. Can't say I didn't try it. Anyways, what were we talking about? Dude, besides your, Thanksgiving and, what's new in your world, Kyle? What's shaking, what's grooving, what is good?
I got a pedal, I guess. So I haven't gotten a pedal in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember when my last one was, but yeah, I don't remember. Probably something Johnny sent me.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Thanks, Johnny, though. Anyways, I got a, let's see, super shifter.
Nice.
So, it probably didn't come up right, but.
No, those are cool. If I remember correctly, that's the one where
this is your dive bomb pedal.
Yeah.
And you control how fast it dives, too. So you have like, you have it just drop, or you can have it like, you have it like slowly drop, or you can, and then what I didn't try before when I borrowed Johnny's is like you have these also, these like fake settings, like it's like a whammy bar. So you have like, you can hit it, it'll go wah, 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 or like it'll dive and then it will whammy. So it's like,
yeah, so, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, I just ran it. There's also other things I haven't even tried on here yet.
I wonder, could you could probably use that with your keyboard, right? Or your
because it's just
mini log.
It's just changing the pitch. Yeah, I could try that.
But I guess do you have like effects like that on the mini log itself?
I mean, yeah, I could just do that.
Yeah.
I have I got a pitch knob on here anyway, so I could just do that.
You're like, shit, it's already built in.
Yeah, fuck. Anyways, I got this for 25 bones.
That is insane. Where'd you get? Was it like a not thrift store?
The pawn shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't even know what they had.
And made in Taiwan. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But
yeah, it's a good pedal though. It works. So, I mean, I think it will continue to work probably forever.
Yeah,
because it's a Boss pedal.
Yeah. I never had one go bad. I've never had a Boss pedal go bad unless it was like a modded one.
Yeah.
I had like a modded Blues Driver, and then I bought it modded already, and then just stopped working. I'm like, oh fuck.
Well, that was that I remember.
It's like what?
I did modify yours though, right?
Yeah.
How's that one?
That one's still working. Haven't played it in a long time, but I remember it should be still working.
Well, I know that the foot switch can go out, but that's like an total easy fix.
Yeah.
It's like 2 wires. It's not like the ones that have like the 9 solder points.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, those are easy to replace too, but I guess I've bought a lot of new things. I'm not going to go over everything, but I got like some camo stuff for LARPing.
Yeah.
I got some Flecktarn stuff, which is a type of camo.
Okay.
I'm not gonna show. Anyways, I like a poncho and sleeping bag and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I did get a new watch. Just got it today. So I'll show you. It is a G-Shaka.
Yeah.
But it's like a low profile. It's not like my other one, which is like hockey puck,
Yeah.
on your wrist. So it's cool. It's just a low profile, very simple face.
Yeah, I like that one.
You know, it's similar to like the old school style shape, but it has, you know, it's modernized.
Yeah, no, that one I like. And not that I mean, I like it more than your other one.
Yeah.
The tactical, like, was it tan one?
The tan,
like,
yeah. But, you know, I bet I've gotten more compliments on that one than you've gotten in your whole fucking life.
It's something you bought. You take it fucking personal as hell. With everything. Like it's and also like it's a fucking competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. I mean, I like my Timex watch, but nobody likes it. To me, it's just like a normal watch.
And that's fine. There's a lot of things that you like that no one likes, like yourself. You know what I'm saying?
You have to still
like your own sense of humor. No, I'm just kidding.
Hurt people, Kyle. Yeah, stupid, they do.
Just make you just double down. Just keep bullying you. Sorry that you're dying. I was going to call 911.
I'm like taking a drink of water. You're like, let's leave dead air.
Well, you know, I want to make sure you just cut it out. Oh, you know, you're the editor. You're the fucking master over there.
Yeah,
master baiter.
Yeah.
Just to be a dick.
You play with your tiny pee-pee, stupid.
You stupid ass.
Everything has to be an insult.
You're crying over there.
My lip is quivering. Like,
yeah, that's how serious and how damaging my shitty words are.
Oh, that's good. That got me there.
So I guess it's gotten colder around here.
Yeah.
You know, got to freezing the other night.
Oh, damn, no way.
Got to 30 degrees.
Uh-huh.
So slept right through it.
Nice.
Beauty.
Way to do it.
Started a new book series. I tried to start, you know, when I say book, I can't read. So this is a, you know, audio book, obviously.
Yeah.
Can't read damn words. It's also hard to read while you're driving, so
yeah,
that's
and
just
also
the
it's like
excuse.
it is nice that you have like a commute and you drive a lot for work because you can probably knock out like you. I mean, we talked about it on the Patreon, but knocking out a lot of books and podcasts. I miss that.
Yeah,
like I can't listen to music or podcasts at my work.
I'm like, I miss that.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you could just unplug from the world and just put some headphones on and just go to town, dude.
No,
just listen.
The fucking manager. People need me.
No, not when you're at work. You know, when you're out. You know.
No,
just do one.
No, unfortunately, can't do that. But
damn.
Anyways,
they got you jammed up. That's really jammed.
Yeah.
You talk about being jammed up. That's the ultimate jam.
Yeah, fucking jammed up over here.
I started. I think I mentioned this on the podcast. I started listening to First Blood, which is like I should say Patreon. Did I say Patreon or did I say podcast?
I don't know.
Anyways, doesn't matter. Started,
which is patreon.com/tonejerks, everybody.
Yeah. $2 get you in. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
So started First Blood, which is the Rambo, like the very first Rambo story. Not really, you know, into it. So
giving it up.
Well, maybe I'll go back to it, but started The Hobbit. So I'm gonna go through the Lord of the Rings and the whole series and stuff. So
okay. And you watched those movies before, right?
Yeah, you've never seen them,
no,
right?
I haven't seen Jack shit.
God damn. Well, you watched. Didn't you watch like half a movie when you're at my house?
Yeah, some of The Hobbit because Johnny was watching it. I'm like, all right,
cool. And then you just the whole time, who's that? What's going on?
Why are they doing that? Well, there's a part where they like ride a big bird that like the bird drops them off on a tree. I'm like, why doesn't the bird just take him all the way there?
Yeah, well, is
it like a fucking shopping cart where the fucking wheels stop?
there's a recording, by the way, of J.R.R. Tolkien responding to that. He's like, I've had this. So many people ask me, why don't the Eagles just take them to Mordor?
Yeah.
He's like, and you know what I told him? I'll tell you the same thing that I told the guy in the letter. Shut up.
Eat shit.
This was like some old recording from like the 60s or something.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's like, hey, I took you this far. You got to go over there. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, other than that, that is pretty much my what's new. I mean, I got a little knife. I showed you it. It's a little tiny. I don't have it on me. It's on my keychain, but little EDC pack not pack. Put on my keychain. It's a little Japanese knife.
Yeah,
that's what they
sweet.
call it. We had talked about him before.
Yeah,
I don't know if we did on the cast, but as like a little cool, it's a cool part of like Japanese history.
Yeah, you sent me a video once. It was like a knife that is from that movie, The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah,
the Miyazaki movie. And I'm like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to own one. And then I guess they come in really small ones that you put on your keychain if you want. So if you need to, if you need to bleed,
Higo no Kami, I think that's what they call them.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to get one. So I still like, I don't need one, like for an EDC or just to have a knife on me.
Yeah, they're bigger and other like the problem with that. I sent you like the link to one company that had some. They were running out of like the larger sizes, and you wanted a brass one, and they didn't have that size. But there's other places that have them, and they're cool because they're also like they still make them today, but you can find older, more vintage ones, and it's just kind of a cool. They have a cool shape because they have like that samurai sword shape, but they're like really tiny.
Yeah,
so.
I was because like for my family for Christmas we just say like, oh, what do you just tell me what you want and I'll buy it for you.
Yeah,
which is like that doesn't like some people are like, don't you want to give a gift? I'm like, yeah, I did. They wanted this, and I bought it.
And I nailed it. I fucking nailed the landing.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, that's. And people are like, that's not like you're just telling them like, buy me this. Why don't you just buy it? And I'm like, shut up, okay? This is how we do it in my family. And so I was like thinking, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, normally it's just like a pair of shoes. Oh, give me.
You don't fuck up the family dynamics, okay?
And then I was thinking like, oh, maybe like a knife. And then I was saying to my sister, she's like, a knife? I'm like, yeah, I want to get a knife. I'm like, for what? I'm like, good question.
Yeah, she's like, thinks you're violent all of a sudden. She's like, no, that guy cannot handle a knife.
Well, it's not like a switchblade.
That little freak. She's like,
this fucking loser. But I was like, oh, I would just carry a knife around. Because I'm like, you watch all these EDC things or like Peter McKinnon, and I'm like, oh, he just always has a knife. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Why would I need to have one on me all the time?
Yeah, I started carrying.
I still want one.
A box cutter, but like I don't know if I showed it to you. I don't have it on me either right now because I'm wearing my freaking joggers. Yeah, and I ain't jogging. But it's like a Gerber knife that is. It's like of course, like OD green. Yeah. But it slides up and the blade's replaceable. It's a box cutter. I'm like, this is perfect because it's like $30. Yeah. Which is expensive for a box cutter that like isn't supplied by your work, right? I think even those ones that we used to get at a previous employer used to work at were still like $18 for just the body of the blade. Actually, you probably would know better than I don't know the pricing on those.
I just
Olfa
that, and then the Japanese blades. I think those are those are good. I mean, the whole thing is like it's a safety blade, to where it's like they're like, okay, we can try and not have employees cut themselves, and us be liable. We'll spend more money on
slice through a femoral artery or femoral and just bleed out in the stock room.
And sometimes I'm like,
tell my mother I love them.
I still like think about it. I'm like, oh, sometimes like I'm not thinking and I still cut the wrong way. Like I cut towards my body. It's like 100%.
Yeah, you're supposed to cut towards your eyes.
Like 100% wrong, and I'm like
towards your face.
And I like catch a little bit of my shirt. And I'm like, huh, that was dumb.
I've done that where I've wearing like two shirts.
Yeah.
And you slice through the upper layer, but not the under layer, and then like underneath that would be your skin.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, that was a close one.
Yeah. And I do that.
I was wearing two shirts.
if I had a knife then I'm like, I would definitely fuck myself up. But I still want one. But anyway.
No, I mean, well, I don't know how you are, but yeah, I guess you could still slice the fuck out of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've cut myself so many times with knives, like just cooking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh yeah, that was a fucking dumb idea.
Yeah.
What was I doing that for? You know?
Yeah. Just like cutting onions. You're like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know,
wow, what's all that fucking blood?
Extra iron in these.
Are these strawberry flavored onions?
Ooh,
no. Yeah, I've done some stupid shit.
It just tastes like blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's really been my what's new. What do you got going
on? A lot of the thing that has been holding up the podcast is just my job. It sucks. Because it's Christmas. Not that my job sucks, but it's just I'm heavy.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I know. That's what
my job, it just fucking blows.
Work sucks.
Dick.
Oh, I know. But I work retail, so no, like cool brag, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm an assistant manager at my store, and it's just like heavy. Like some days I'm like, I just get off work and I'm just like, I'm fucking done. Put a fork in me, dude. We're done here. And so I'm like, okay. And then working early for shipments and stuff like that, and then more shipments than normal. And then so I'm like, dude, I can't record. So that's one of the big ones. That's boring. Let's see. I did play a show last weekend. Open for the band Pulley, and it was fun. Yeah, played with our friend's Punch Card, but it was fun.
Who's Lee?
Yeah, Pulley. All right. Got it.
I got you. I got your dick.
Yeah.
I got your nose.
So it's always fun playing shows with just in case, but it's just we all just admit that it wasn't our best performance. All of us, like, different fuck ups that are just like, what the hell? And the thing is, with the in-ears, yeah, you can hear yourself, but yeah, you can also really hear yourself.
Yeah.
And those mistakes are like, bam. It's like you hear them and they punch you in the ear. It's like, fuck, man. And then we're all on the same mix, so we all look, we try not to like look at the person who fucked up. I know you used to do that in the plane practice. You'd be like,
I couldn't help it. I couldn't fucking help it.
But it was just like different, and it's like we all admit it. It's like we all collectively fucked up different parts. Like the part where Brian just didn't hit the one, he just stopped, and then he had to catch it. It's like that one was like, and the thing is, when you're in the moment, it feels like an eternity. But
yeah.
And there's parts where I'm like, I just hit the wrong note, and I just, and I slide into the right one. And I'm like,
yeah.
No, they heard that. And then I'm like, it's also a bass. I'm like, maybe they didn't hear it.
No.
And then I'm like, parts are like, Adam, wrong, played the wrong chords and stuff like that. Similar thing. I'm like, oh, and then he catches himself. And we're just looking. I'm like, what the fuck is our problem? How are we doing this? This is like amateur hour. And it's like, God damn it. And it was like, once we got off stage, Johnny was there. Johnny Two Guns.
Nice.
And he don't hold back. He knows. He helped me get my gear off stage, and then I'm like sweating and I'm moving stuff around. He's like, yeah, so do you want to hear how you actually
you want to talk about it?
How was it? He just starts smiling, and he's like, I don't know, I had so many things running through my head that I want to say it to you. But he's like, one of them was like, that was a good practice set. When are you guys going to play the real one?
Oh my gosh.
That type of shit. And I'm like, God, he's right. And then the thing is, we recorded the set, so I don't want to listen to it, but we might just to gameplay footage, I'm like, fucking hey, man. How the fuck? And we practice every week. And we just you wouldn't know by that performance. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, fuck. And the thing is, there was a lot of musician friends out there. So like our Punch Card was there, but they were in the crowd. They're like, and then our Hardly Human, those guys were there. So good job. It was just like, hey man, looks like you were having fun up there. That kind of thing.
And that's the most important part, you know? There's really just the fun of playing together
but it's just
with
like,
your bros, no matter what.
the fact that I'm like, why that show we had to fucking just lunch it. Like,
Lunch it.
and I'm like, just like, you know, the standards you set for yourself, and not. And I'm like, oh, fucking my masterpiece. But it's just like, God damn, none of. Yep. Well, at least we're done.
Yeah.
But I had friends that were in the crowd and coworkers that came out, so you know, normies that were there.
Yeah.
And they were stoked. They're like, oh, you guys are awesome. And it's like,
Yeah, it's people. Yeah, people. Regular people don't care.
Yeah, a coworker. She came out and brought her own friends. She's like, oh, Brian, your band just kicks ass. You guys are great. I'm like,
you guys rock.
And then that's the point too. It's like, just shut up. I don't need to like, you know, bring her down by saying, no, we actually messed up here and here.
You know what? You're dumb. You didn't catch any of the fucking mistakes.
Yeah, you're stupid.
You just tear them apart. I don't trust you anymore.
You have. You think we were
you
good?
have horrible taste in music.
Yeah, and so that's where you just like, okay, non-musician friends are like, hey, this is fun. You guys are great. I'm like, yep, we can move on. Whereas I'm like, I don't need to analyze. I'm like, we messed up here. But yeah, yeah. Besides that, it's like I can admit that I'm like, oh, not the fucking star of the night, and we fucking crushed it, and everybody's like, oh, hoisted me on their shoulders, big out.
Yeah.
It was just like, kind of like, okay, yeah, that was
a show.
It was a show, huh? Let's all right, try and do better.
Let's
next
see
time.
if they'll let me have a beer at the counter still.
Yeah, but
well, I guess okay, so that kind of goes into like imposter syndrome, right? Is that kind of that same thing where you're like, do I belong up here? Am I just not to say that you don't.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's how you feel sometimes. Like, they spotted me.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I've been playing on stage for 20 fucking years, and I can still fuck up with the best of them. Just like
that's what I'm saying. Is you're like, fuck. Do I even need to be here anymore?
Well, it's like, yeah, with that, and it's like doing it for 20 years too. It's like that puts it in perspective. I'm like, holy shit. And then, yeah, I'm
still fucking up.
Yeah, and I don't have any of like the delusions of grandeur that I'm like, I'm gonna be a famous rock star. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
like
we're gonna get signed. We're gonna play Woodstock '99.
Yeah, doing it for fun, and it's like, yeah, I mentioned it before. Maybe on this one, but even on Off the Rails, there's some people that just don't have any hobbies.
Yeah,
so some people see like, oh, you're playing in a band, that's a cool hobby. They're like, man, I don't do anything. Like, They're like, oh, they watch TV, and they're like, oh, I hang out with friends. I'm like, oh, who the fuck doesn't? Not to say that I'm better, but I'm like just saying like, oh, that's cool that I'm, you know, have something that I like to do. But anyways, as far as gear goes, this is boring, but I bought a new bass strap. I changed it out. So I've had my old white Ernie Ball strap for my P bass for years.
Ugh.
So yeah, and it's like white is the choice.
I remember that.
Did
you try soaking that thing in?
No, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Like, why clean it? But it's just a leather bass strap. So.
Oh, god damn!
What, you don't think it's cool?
Choice.
Huh?
No, not at all.
But it's a
Have
full.
you used it yet?
Yeah, and it's a full grain leather one, so it's not like, you know, pleather or like, you know, like the genuine leather is not good leather. Like, you want full grain.
Does that hurt the cow?
Yeah, genuine.
Not just any of us.
Yeah.
No, we borrowed it from the fucking cow.
Yeah, so it's nice, thick, and, you know, hopefully this will patina over the years. So it is a little different because it's one of those more classic ones that you have the notches here. I have it at the lowest setting, and it's higher than normal. Oh god, man, that's from the show. I put it right into the case and took it out right now. It's all sweaty and greasy. It's punk, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's cool. I like it. But it is a little shorter than how I would normally play my. You know,
maybe that's why you fucked up.
I said that, and Johnny's like, "That's a perfect excuse. That's why." I'm like, "It's like an inch or two off." He's like, "That's enough."
Hey, that makes
it fucking holy.
That's
shit.
huge. That's a huge difference.
And I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. Like the feeling, smell and stuff like that of full grain leather. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. Got it from the same company that made my watch band for my Timex that nobody likes. And I think it's cool.
Get a real watch, loser.
I think it's a cool look, and I am gonna have to play it more to get used to that different length. It's like instead of because I play pretty low, and I'm like, okay, it's raised it up a couple inches. I'm like, this is growing up. I may reach out to the company and be like, hey, can you give me a longer? Because it comes in piece. Yeah, the 2 parts that you loop through or whatever.
So I need make this like
an extra 4 inches or something like that.
4, yeah, 4 is huge, by the way. I mean,
holy cow, size queen Brian over here.
Yeah, more than enough.
Yeah,
if you can't get it done with 4 inches,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm out.
But yeah, so that was a little different. So maybe I'm like, I don't think so. I doubt that that's like a good enough reason to say why you fucked up. But I do think it's a good cool look for the base and little like facelift to it. There are some things I'm like, this is the first time I took off that. I don't know how long I've had that tape on there. I don't know how long I've had like that strap on there for, but at least probably 10 years. And it was making me think of like how old this base is. It's 94. I'm like 30 years old. This base is fucking old.
Yeah.
I don't even like that's not even considered vintage, is it? But 30 years that's a long fucking time. And
well, I have that Squire like 99.
Yeah. That's nuts.
Pre-war, man. Mm-hmm. Pre-war.
So, but yeah, I mean, hit them up to see if I can get an extension just to be more in line with how I normally would play it. So, but yeah, let's see. I think that's kind of it for my what's new. I did take a couple guitars in to get some repairs done, but I don't have them back yet. So I'll talk about them when.
God damn it!
Get them back. Yeah, it's a little bit more exciting than a strap, but that's all I got, pal.
Yeah.
And then just fucking up a show.
Yeah.
Now we didn't mention
my best to fuck up a show.
Yeah, we didn't mention it. We're doing like our lights in our background on the video.
Oh yeah.
For Christmas, huh?
Like Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yeah. So this hopefully will come out before
Hold
Christmas.
On, I can set it for what's the Hanukkah too.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There's Hanukkah for you.
There you go. But are you? We talked about Thanksgiving a bit, but for Christmas, are you guys having family over doing? Are you doing a Christmas tree? No decorating.
Cameron's gonna be here, my younger brother, but no, we haven't set up a Christmas tree yet, so I don't think we will. We have a little one.
I bet those cats fucked that thing up.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like Astro will fuck up everything. So he So the other night, he's used to chasing the other cats around, and they don't like it, really.
Yeah.
He got chased, and he didn't like it, and we have like a 60-inch or 65-inch TV or something or whatever,
right.
And he fucking ran up it. Like he ran out and turned. I don't know why he has the other part of the house he could have run into, but he turns and goes up the TV. Yeah. And he jumps about a foot above it. And so it's like, he's like 6 feet in the air and then falls back down and tries to grab onto it. And it almost fell onto the ground. I was sitting on the other side of the room watching. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to get up and it's wobbling. I'm like, oh, okay. And he put a little tiny scratch in it. I'm like, bastard.
God damn it.
This monitor I'm using now, he chewed the corners of it. And then he put a little scratch in it. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's like barely noticeable. I can't see it. But
just the idea of like, what the fuck? What if I wasn't here? And it just knocks that shit over, and then you come home, you're like, what in the fucking hell?
Wilma! Yeah, I'd be so pissed.
You're like these goddamn fucking animals.
Yeah. And so we can't he's a little nuisance. He's very curious about things. So, like, the other cats don't care about really anything. Anything above, like, the kitchen counters, they don't wander on them. They don't care. We have found stuff in the morning on the ground, like just something like like a twist tie from like a bread thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I left that on the counter and now it's on the floor. I'm like, this guy,
Yeah.
he went up there. Or paper towel, like it's on a roll, but
Yeah.
we've noticed he's like nibbled on it.
It's like, why
Like,
that?
this little
Why that?
fuck. I don't know. Yeah.
Mhm.
So noticing stuff like that. But we've tried putting put tinfoil
Mhm.
on it, so when he goes to jump, he like touches it and it freaks him out, and he.
I wonder why that is.
That. Yeah, I think it's just it's not a solid object. It's like crispy, crunchy.
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm talking about chicken, but
Do they ever
yeah.
eat human food?
No,
Or
we
stuff that's not their kibbles?
don't feed them.
Hmm.
They are curious about it. Like if I'm eating, they'll come up.
Ella
Usually,
loves,
I'll let them sniff it.
loves rotisserie chicken.
Oh,
Fucking
we do give them
a tis.
we do give them chicken, but not the rotisserie stuff. We have like this dried chicken,
Mhm.
like freeze dried that we put on their food,
Yeah.
and they fucking love that.
I don't know what it was. Like one time, maybe she got like a little piece of chicken, and then so if you have a rotisserie chicken, she freaks the fuck out. She's like, "Yeah!" Starts. She's a pretty quiet cat.
Yeah.
Starts just meowing and just fucking was like, "Give me some! What the fuck are you doing?" And I got to a point where I'm like, "Oh, I gave her some." She just stares at it and looks at me and then walks away. I'm like, "So you just wanted me to fucking put it down there, and then you're just gonna walk away?"
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
I've dropped turkey or stuff on the ground, and they're like, "The fuck is this? Like lunch meat turkey?" They're like, "No.
What is this, dog meat?
Who the hell do you think I am?"
Mm-hmm. And then you're not a tuna guy, but like can of tuna, she loves that.
Oh yeah. We brought home fish before, sushi or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, Carrie's joke is like, "Yep, there's your daddy eating cat food," or
Yeah.
"Why is dad eating cat food?"
That's for me.
Or-
Yeah.
But yeah, I have had I there was one day where I was like really hungry. I did have tuna,
Yeah,
just
tuna-
like straight out of the can.
Okay, I always do tuna sandwich.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I wasn't there yet. But yeah, we've put tuna out for the cats outside.
Okay.
Because we're trying to get them into a trap so we can take them to get I guess fixed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're training them for that, and then we're gonna put them in traps. But they do like that.
Mm-hmm.
The tuna.
Yeah. I like a canned tuna. All right. Let's do a topic. Do you want to introduce it, or do you want me?
I guess yeah. Do you want under the guise of BMK or what?
Yeah. So bang, marry, kill. So kind of maybe like,
you just finish it off.
Yeah. maybe Fender's like least talked about bases.
Yeah.
So these are bases
Least
that,
popular, or maybe just like
Mhm.
yeah, not the two big ones.
Yeah, not
you
a
know?
not a jazz bass, not a P bass, or even a Jaguar. All right, let me do a little screen share so people can check out these guitars. So first up here, we have a Fender Meteora bass.
Yes. So this is a relatively new body style
Mm-hmm.
for Fender.
Yeah, maybe
2000
is when they came out with a guitar version, something like that. Or
2000?
2020. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then came out with a bass shortly after that. I know you even have a guitar that you kind of built, not bought, based off of that style. And then you
I have a bass I'm working on too, but
Mhm.
I mean,
Working on that for a
not
while.
current,
not actively.
not actively. Come on.
Yeah. So, it's an offset body. I think I don't know if they all come with it. At least the one in the photo I have is like a 2 humbuckers. It looks like they have a 3-way pickup selector and then volume.
It's active.
Yeah, and tone for each, maybe. Oh, and active too. So there's that one, which they're good. And then let me share the next one here. Is the Fender Dimension bass. So this one I know
barely fucking see that thing. It's like white on white on white on white.
Mm-hmm. So it's a slightly offset, but it's not as extreme as the Meteora. It's maybe more like a P bass shape. Like I said, not as extreme, but modern as hell. I think they were kind
It's
of
like a metal kind of, I don't know. That's what I think. It was like the same pickups too in that Meteora.
Yeah, they're humbuckers. So this one has 2 humbuckers. They do come in an option where it's just the bridge humbucker. So this one's a dual. And they were saying, like, people, they're talking when these were coming out. They're very, Music Man-esque. Like,
yeah.
Even the truss rod adjustment at the heel of the neck.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
the fact that they're like humbuckers and, there's things that aren't strictly, Stingray, but it's also like,
damn, you should just get one of these. I bet it's way cheaper
than a Stingray. So I believe these are also active as well, but they're like,
well, they gotta be.
So they're, cool, both of those. And then, let's see. Now this one, worst photo that I can get, but hey, it's I think in the 90s, they came out with the Fender MB4 bases. Yeah. There's a Squire version that has a punk skull crossbones on it.
That's the one you need to get.
That's the one I do want to get.
They have these in, I think for the Fender lines, it's black, it's this red.
And blue, I think.
Blue, but there's also a burst too.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like your standard Squire colors, actually, pretty much.
And then this is the one that the difference is the headstock is not the 4-in-line, your standard Fender looking bass.
Yeah.
It is very, not to bury the lead here. It's reminds me of Ibanez.
Yeah, there you go. Ibanez style.
Ibanez, like modern basses, and that's what MB stands for, right? Modern bass.
Modern bass, yeah.
This one has,
there's other configurations, by the way, for the Dimension bass.
Mm-hmm.
There's like hot rail style bass pickups, by the way. Just not to take it back, but
I think a lot of these, maybe at least the first 2, have like different pickup configurations you can have for them.
Yeah.
I think, and then this MB one has like kind of either the jazz bass one or the PJ one.
Yeah.
And then this one has like that Mark Hoppus kind of deal. Like he wasn't the first one to come up with this idea, where it's like the P bass pickups are swapped.
Yeah. That's where he got it from, because he's a modern player, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's a modern bassist. So whereas like the pickups for the
but we're more like classic. We're like classic, man.
Classic, man. Oh, look at my fucking leather strap here. Come on.
More classic. That's super classic.
Classic bass. So whereas the pickup that for the EA string is closer to the bridge, and then the pickup for the DG is closer to the neck, meaning that like that bit of difference could make, it's like, it's the lower strings are snappier, whereas the higher strings are going to be lower. More
round. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it probably does almost fucking nothing.
Probably. And then this says, so it has the PJ set up. So yeah, they're all, different, kind of bases than your normal PJ. And I guess I could lead off by saying I wouldn't mind owning and playing any of these bases, but I also wouldn't want to own or play any of these bases.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. Like, don't make me, please.
Yeah,
but I could be fine with it.
In some cases, they're just a repackaged jazz or precision bass,
Yeah, but
in some of these cases,
different enough, like body shape, and they're they tried something different.
Yeah, and the Dimension
tried to
the Dimension just doesn't look. It doesn't look like a Fender to me. Even it looks like a freaking off brand.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
Well, I think for me the one that is least Fender would be, and it could be just the headstock, but it's just that modern bass, the MB4. It's like that headstock looks like, the Ibanez Sound Gear bass. That's what it looks like, and it's like Ibanez maybe took a cue from this one. It's like, hey, let's just do this.
Sick bass, dude. What's the MB mean? Oh, is that Mad Bass or, like Mad Dog, but basses? Like, no, it's modern bass. Oh.
And then that's where the band Modern Baseball got it from.
Yeah. Modern baseball.
Wearing
Damn it.
baseballs.
You ever listen to that band?
No.
No, me neither.
Aren't they like an emo band or something like that?
I think so. They toured with Brand New, and I was like, I'll listen to them. And I'm like, no.
You're like, oh God. Oh
Yeah,
brother.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
I guess
I'll
I
give it
never-
another shot because
I never
I've been
really
given.
was a huge emo fan, you know? I guess
Yeah,
the most was for me was like Saves the Day. But they're
Yeah.
kind of pop punkish.
but that was like after they were all done, or not done, but
Mhm.
through the actual emo phase,
Yeah. Well, I was like
years and years after.
Yeah, maybe when emo hit us was like more of that screamo kind of thing,
Yeah,
like Census Fail and shit like that.
yeah.
But-
I bet it was cool to be around, that kind of shit, like East Coast, with the East Coast.
Mhm.
I don't know where this whole Midwest emo shit comes from, because like I don't know
Probably
of
Midwest.
very many Midwest emo bands.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just the new thing,
Yeah.
but they talk about it like it's an old thing. I'm like, no, that's from last year. They're just talking about these TikTok videos or these, people that are trying to stay relevant. Anyways, just
Shitting on people for
yeah.
without enough
Na-
to like talk
name
about.
well, like people are just name the best top 5 Midwest emo bands, and they name bands you've never fucking heard of. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, so these aren't like older bands. These are like bands that are playing now,
Like,
and people are just trying to make a scene right now.
I think this video is like, name the top 5, Midwest emo bands. No, we're gonna talk about this instead. Here's a card.
Yeah. No, let's talk about new metal. Well, get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just name top 5 fucking Limp Bizkit songs. How about that, bitch? Attitude for no reason. I'm sick and fucking twisted, bitch.
And this is like it's stupid, but it's like a video of like some chick on a video. It's like, do you want to know like what women really care about or da-da-da? And some guy's like,
Yeah.
no, we're gonna look at this fucking jet and blowing up shit.
Yeah. Yeah, all the time I get those. Was it the noise that men want to hear? And it's like, it starts off with her like walking on like hardwood with high heels. It's like, nope. And then it's like A10 Warthog just blowing up shit, just running a fucking cannon. Like, Christ, yeah, that's way cooler.
the noise men want to hear.
Yeah.
Like the stupid like animated videos that are like, oh, the really bad Photoshop of like two of your boys and you just driving a monster truck as your cat has a Bernie and he's the one driving it and you're all playing solos.
Yeah.
And shooting fireworks at the same time. It's like, what the fuck?
Down like a country road, just jumping shit.
What dudes really want?
Yeah.
Dudes will see that and go, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So about these bases. So that was my like initial thought is like, they're cool. Like I'd play them, but I really don't want to.
Yeah. I think if we're gonna BMK them, do you want to do it right now, or do you want to talk about the benefits of each one?
Yeah, bang. We can do a BMK, and then we can just riff on it.
Okay, so I guess bang would probably be the dimension bass,
Yeah.
because okay, it's a new sound that I don't have, right?
Yeah.
It's a Stingray sound I don't have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically the PV says it can make that sound, but it's not a super bad looking bass, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like my top favorite looking one.
Yeah.
Probably marry the Meteora.
Okay.
And then kill the MB4.
Okay. What
Just
if it was
'cause-
the one with the skull and crossbones?
Then probably swap the dimension
Yeah.
and the
And kill the dimension.
yeah. But then I gotta start wearing, like wrist guards or wristbands,
Yeah.
like and doing mascara and shit and
Yeah.
eyeliner.
Straighten
Just
your
dress
hair.
like a fat Doyle. Just get not even ripped, just Just be fat and
Just
play that
dress
thing.
like the fucking
Just like
Misfits guy.
no shirt,
Don't ever get Jack, but just dress like him.
the death spike, whatever they call it, the front of the
devil
face.
walk
Yeah.
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
That guy, does that guy ever get called out for doing white face?
guy.
Just saying. I'm just saying. Hey,
Yeah.
you know.
There's like some,
Anyways,
like some dude who has like his whole body like tattooed black, except
Yeah.
for like stops right at his neck. Like he knew exactly when to
Yeah.
stop.
Whoa, yeah.
Good one. Problem.
Guy knew what might happen.
Mine,
Yeah.
similar. I mean, well, I don't know. Well, no, not similar. So I'd probably just lead off with the kill. Meteora. I don't like that body style.
Oh,
Jeez. Oh, hey, I know. I just don't like it. And I'm like, okay, well, like, oh, you can get this, and it's like a jazz bass. I'm like, I'd rather just play a jazz bass. It's like, well, we did something different. I'm like, I know. I mean, gold star for you, but just looks like, I don't know. This ain't it, Chief. I never liked him. The original one that came out was like that really weird one, which was like the Telecaster pickups on it. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah. The guitar, yeah, that was like, oh wow, way to just throw it through the. I don't know.
No,
just give up.
They should have like the first one should have been like you run it through the garden, like every type of pickup,
Yeah.
selector in there, and just do everything because it's a modern guitar. It's like, oh, I want to have choices, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But even in the bass version, I'm like, I can kill that one, and then either probably marry the Dimension and bang the MB4. But if it was the Squire one, I'd buy that one with the skull and crossbones on it, and then bust out my Dickies shorts, get a pair of Vans, and then just start like dressing like Pop Punk Kid in 2000. He was a skater boy.
Yeah. Hey guys, you see me land a kickflip?
Yeah. Just break my ankle trying to kickflip. Called ambulance. Because the idea, I'm like, oh, it's not a bad looking bass, the Dimension, but it's and the idea that I'm like, oh, it could possibly get that Stingray sound that appeals to me too. I've heard them before, seen people play them, and it's few far between. But I'm like, they're just a fine bass. It's okay. But none of
There's
these.
There's one of those MB4 Squires on. It's a PJ setup, and it's for $250.
And the thing is, that's not a bad deal, but it's also like for just a stupid guitar. It's like the idea
put
of
on your wall.
It's also like that whole Hello Kitty. We didn't record during that whole craze. That would be like, oh, this is cool, but it's like some of them are going $700 for a bit. That's not good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, look at. Hey, does anybody else Hello Kitty? It's like, okay,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I have one. I have the first run.
Yeah.
Of those, and I wasn't willing to go that far into it.
Yeah.
When I bought mine, they were around 600.
Yeah.
700, and then that was like, I think that was right. I think that was during the pandemic.
I think you got that. It was $200 or something like that, right?
Yeah. I think it was for 3, but it's still, or maybe it was 250. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Roll back the tape.
Yeah. Go find that episode.
So
yeah.
It but then right after that, like pandemic hit, and they went up to like 9, and I started seeing people trying to sell them for 12.
That's ridiculous.
Like, Christ, trying to feed your kids.
Well, and then these new ones came out. I think they were limited run or whatever. A lot of places sold out, and some people are reselling them because that's what guitarists are going to do.
Yeah.
You buyer's market. And I'm like, okay, you don't have to scalp this thing and then try and sell it, and then like people.
And these are the same people that probably hate on capitalistic shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I hate capitalism. Please
works
buy
out for
this
me.
guitar. Yeah. Like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Capitalism sucks. You could never get on top. It's like it's a pyramid. You just slip down the sides. But here, buy this.
Buy this for me.
Yeah, buy this thing that I'm holding on to.
Yeah.
I bought it only to sell it for more.
And then when it doesn't sell, fuck capitalism.
Yeah, fuck capitalism.
This is what they want. This is what they want. But yeah, so it's like maybe if I see like a good, I don't know, price for one of those Squire MB. It'd be funny to get that and then just turn it into a sleeper, like put new pickups in, get all this like new hardware shit like that, and get it like set up. But then at that
sleeper.
point, I'm spending another $500 for a base that looks stupid. And that one I would get another leather strap, but with studs.
No, okay, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
the square studs or the spikes.
Probably the square spikes. I don't want to poke myself.
So when you turn your head, you
just stab your
neck.
Your
chin.
Yeah.
Neck.
But
get your carotid right there.
Yeah, no, that was a fun one. That was a good one. Really, I like it. Thought outside the box for that one, Kyle. So thank you.
Oh yeah, so far outside the box.
Well, I thought that was a good idea. It was a good basis. So
I'm just self-deprecating. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Great idea, idiot.
You have to still be a dickhead. But let's bring it in for landing. What do you say?
Man, well, that was a quick one.
Yeah.
Christ.
Yeah. So, we're at an hour. It's good. So, hopefully this one doesn't take a month to release. The next one. But yeah,
better not.
I appreciate you guys sticking with us here while we work through some of the holiday season. Yeah. Like
I knew you were gonna do your Bob Burr impersonation.
I fucking hate the holidays. Sorry, what? That's a cringe. Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. If you like what you hear, you can follow along on social media. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook group. There's a page that you can like for some if you wanted to.
But just join the group. The page is like, all right, cool. Not really anything happens there, but the group.
The group's where it's at. So join the group, linked in the description, as well as our Instagram, posting shit over there. Good shit.
You should put a bullet in the group, or not the group, the page. Just
yeah.
So literally a bullet.
Okay,
anyways, keep going.
Nice.
Oh Jesus! All right,
I got a bullet for you, pal. Pull down my pants.
9mm for you.
That's stupid. All right. This is what we do, folks.
It's a hollow point.
Yeah. All right. But if you want to give us a sub and Dom over there on YouTube, we got the video podcast over there. We have eventually, maybe I'll start doing videos again for, vlogs, product reviews, something like that. But, video podcast people like for some reason. So check it out over there. Also linked in the description, as well as our Patreon. You can help support the show. Get extra episodes, bonus ones every week. We are missed a couple over the last month, so we're catching up. We got, but we do have more bonus episodes over there. We're at 354 episodes, and then this one for the main, we're at 337. Christ. So almost 20 more over there. So, but just for support, we want to give you a shout out because you can help support the show for as little as $1 a month. But for doubling down, you get $2 a month. You get an extra episode every week. You get the RSS feed to your favorite podcatcher, and also now on Spotify, so you can listen to it on there. Because some people only listen on Spotify and they don't want to jump between apps. Because
makes sense.
Yeah, so you got all one-stop shop over there. Yeah, just subscribe to the podcast over there, and then it's been so long since we did this. Just for the support, we want to give you a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
I got it right here.
Why don't you give it to me, baby?
I got Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and Red 4, his synth project. I got Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn, Doug King, Joe from the Like Mind Network, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprisingly podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I got RJ Smith from Teletalks, Televised Neon. We got Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum, Kevin E. Quits from E. Quits Guitars, Co Schneider from the band Night Tides out of Smashville. There he goes. There he goes. I'm like talking in third person. There goes my girl. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like short circuiting over here. Yeah.
That's what goes in your head when you think of girl.
He's at Thank you. I want to say Tennessee, but it's not. Which is true, but it's Nashville area. So check them out.
I don't think
Check
it's
out
that. Anyway, but it's just like, it's funny. You just like, go. Thank you for your service.
I got my camo hat on. I just salute.
You steal valor for him.
Yeah. You see Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
You see Boy Scouts. You thank you for your service.
That's pretty good.
Selling popcorn at the grocery store. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
We got Alvaro Viramontes. We got Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars. Mel Chipson of Chipson Guitars. Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop. Sean Fahey from the band Shadow Hounds. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects. Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects. Mike Oxbig. Denny Whacked It. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Zach Hale. Oh baby. Eric Merrow. From YouTube, Instagram, and the Movie Podium Podcast. Got Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop Podcast. Matthew Fenslaw. Matthew Davis. Chase Stevens. Pete from Over There, and Keaton Merrick and Myrick. And that is the list.
Thank you all for your service. We will see you next time. We love you. Bye-bye.
My left hand.